Good morning, everyone. My name is Li. I'm going to talk about the relationship between urbanization and international business. I want to say thank you for listening my presentation. I have divided into 7 parts. Their introduction, meaning of urbanization and medium-sized cities, relationship influences, example, sustainable strategies, and conclusion. Firstly, I'd like to talk about the introduction of this topic. Modern humans have been increasingly concentrated in cities. According to the United Nations forecast, about 16% of the world's population will live in the urban areas by 2030. Of course, urbanization is a broad term that includes lots of issues, such as spatial distribution of cities, labor migration, and architectural design, and so on. However, urbanization has an apparent development in developing countries. I think China is a good example. Looking back at China's poverty reduction, urbanization is one of important reasons. So it means that the urbanization can affect the economy, and most of economy in this city are brought by the international business. So the urbanization can affect the international business. Next I want to talk about the meaning of the medium-sized cities and urbanization. Firstly, I want to introduce the medium-sized cities. This kind of city have a population about 500,000 to 1 million, and medium-sized cities play a dominant role in connecting the biggest cities and towns. For example, Taiyuan City in Shanxi Province in China, I think is an example of the medium-sized cities. In addition, I want to introduce the urbanization. It means that the process by which large numbers of people become permanently concentrated in relatively small areas. And nowadays, more than half of the population live in urban areas, and 1.5 million people added to the global urban areas every week. With the development of the urbanization, some positive and negative implications brought to the economy and international business. Yeah. After introducing the concept of these two definitions, I'd like to introduce the relationship between urbanization and medium-sized city of developing countries. Yeah, firstly, the urbanization can promote the economy. That means a city's GDP can increase. I think the major reason is that urbanization can promote the development of regional characteristics and merge areas to provide more investment and job opportunities, which can accelerate the speed of social and economic development. However, the urbanization also can increase the competition between talents, investments, and firms. Like I just said, the urbanization can bring lots of employees, and maybe they can compete with each other. Meanwhile, more infrastructures are brought by the urbanization, like transports and communication networks. If there are lots of economic cheese, maybe these infrastructures will be more gradually popular because they are the major mediums to communicate with other country or other business. Yeah. After I want to talk about the relationship between urbanization and the economy. Yeah, definitely. Urbanization can increase economy because rapid urbanization is also um, accepted to generate new business opportunities. In addition, the significant investment in urban infrastructures, urbanization will also generate a range of new services, and these services span the traditional service such as maintenance, repair, upgrading, and so on. And yeah, for example, in China from 1980, the percentage of rural population declined about 26%, and the percentage of per capita uh, increased about 88%. And we also could find from this table from during this time, the urbanization rate gradually increased, and the GDP also showed the sharp increase. Yeah, okay, next I want to talk about the influence of urbanization on the international business. Firstly, I want to talk about some positive influences. Yep, yeah. The first influence is that urbanization can bring many business and employment opportunities because urbanization can bring a series of infrastructures like housing, education, and some investments, and so on. And these investments think the city has the potential profit, so they generate business to make money or appear talents. And another positive influence is that urbanization can promote community circulation. Urbanization represents that there are more foreign direct investments that can promote the economic and trade exchange between two countries. The final positive influence is that urbanization can improve operational efficiency for companies. Because, like I just said, the urbanization brings lots of employees for the society and business. So for a project, before maybe this project need to be finished by one employee, but nowadays this project could be done immediately by lots of employees. So the efficiency gradually increase. Yeah, but except the positive influence, there are still some negative influences. Yeah. The first one is that the urbanization can immediately provide sufficient economic support because urbanization of medium-sized cities is a phenomenon which is full of pressure, and many developing countries allocate much of their national income to meet the needs of the total population. Therefore, governments still have huge economic pressure and can't immediately provide the economic support to the international business. Yeah. Another one is the urbanization. Uh, is that some urban development models can provide too many resources to business. Yeah. Because some medium-sized cities increase population and economy as tourist-oriented cities. There are fewer people who have the knowledge or ability about how to cooperate or work in international business. Thus, this kind of development models couldn't bring huge profit for for the business or the society. Okay. Mm, okay, nice. I want to use an example to explain these things. I think Walmart is a good example, and Walmart is a famous international business around the world as a supermarket. I think every medium-sized cities have Walmart. Yeah, so I want to introduce the Walmart in Taiyuan Shanxi province in China, and Taiyuan, like I just said, the city is a medium city. With the development of urbanization, Walmart's appearance have brought lots of job opportunities and economy for the society. Me- Meanwhile, the total sales of Walmart persistently increase. Through this phenomenon, we can find from the urbanization finally is able to bring the obvious economic benefits. However, with the development of the technology like the appearance of smartphone and during a special period, I mean the COVID-19, yeah. So some Walmart have to uh, close up shops. Yeah, so the economy of this international business is affected. Yeah. Finally, for during this issue, some sustainable strategies should be used to adopted. Yeah. For example, urbanization of medium-sized cities mustn't overspread, because if there overspread urbanization in the medium-sized cities, maybe there will be the serious gap between the rich and the poor. They need to accord with the total city's level. And the business model of international enterprises should be in line with the development status of urbanization in medium-sized cities. Yeah, like I just cited, some cities are the tourist oriented cities, so they needed to meet the needs of the most employees to bring benefits to the business. And the second way is changing people's thinking to support the international business. The government need to improve the education level and people's thinking about the international business, so that people could work and join the international business to to make profit for the society. And the government also needed to put forward some policies to appear some international business, such as because the international business play an important role in medium-sized city. They can provide enough economy and reputation, and they also could provide the reputation of a city. And the last but not least way is industrial structure transformation. Like I just said, some cities are compounded with lots of tourists. So the consumers of the business in the city should be most tourists, and they need to transform the structures according to the level of the city. The international business mm, they needed to choose the correct work direction, marketing direction, and the correct consumers. Yeah, so that they could make a huge profit for the business or society. Okay, in conclusion, I want to say the urbanization brings lots of positive and negative influences on the international business in medium-sized cities. But these sustainable strategies could help to deal with these negative influences. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for listening my presentation. Thank you very much.